What's your favorite shipwreck that you would like to see in person? Definitely Britannic, since her wreck is in such good condition, meaning almost everything you could find on an Olympic class liner is still there. Like, Titanic's wreck is cool and all, but there really isn't much left to see. Almost everything has deteriorated, and all the stuff which was cool about her wreck has disappeared. Also, Britannic's wreck would be a much better experience, since, like I just said, almost everything is intact, but also because the wreck is in such clear water, allowing for a bigger scale overall. What is your favorite part of the Britannic, and what is your favorite class of ships? My favorite part of the Britannic would probably be her wreck for the reasons I stated earlier. My second favorite part would definitely be her design, since it's an Olympic class liner but with a more modern appearance. As for my favorite class of ships, this is pretty obvious, but the Olympic class, since Olympic, Titanic, and Britannic are on my current top 10 list. Favorite cheese? I don't know, it changes every day. Right now I'm kind of craving cheddar, so I guess cheddar. What's your honest opinion on the Gantry Dabbit system on Britannic, and why do you think the design didn't catch on with other ships? I think they don't look good alone, but because they mold well with Britannic's funnels, I think they look pretty cool. They're very unique for sure. As for why the design didn't catch on with other ships, there were a number of reasons why, but the biggest one was probably because they were new and not very well tested. Like, they were clunky to use and simply weren't appealing for an ocean liner. They were an experiment by White Star, which didn't work out in the end. If you could sink any ship, would you sink Olympic or Britannia? This is pretty easy. No, definitely not. Since I can sink any ship I want, I don't know why I would even consider Olympic or Britannia. Okay, this one's a lot. What do you think of the Britannic and her RMS livery? I think it looks really nice, even better than her hospital ship livery. It's sad she never made it to this paint scheme, but at least we have renders and photoshops like this. What do you think of the acts of stupidity that led to the sinking of ocean liners like Bremen and Normandy? I think, well, it's stupid. What is your favorite 1870s ocean liner? I don't really care about ocean liners of that era, so I don't have one. What do you think of Brunel's Great Baby? I have mixed feelings on it. Like, I both hate the design and love the design. Any RC models you got? Sadly, no, but I do want one. What is your least favorite ocean liner? I'm not really sure. Like, there were a lot of ocean liners made, and it's hard to choose just one to rag on. Let's just say any ocean liner made before the 1890s. Got any fictional ships you made? As a matter of fact, I do. I made the Fredonia, about a month later made the Caledonia her sister, and about 5 months later converted Fredonia to HMS St. Louis. She was in bad shape after a year of constantly being in water, so I had to scrap her. I still have Caledonia though, and she's still in good shape after a recent modernization. Ever heard of the Wilhelm Gustloff movie? Yes, I have, but since it's in German, that makes it too out of reach. If you were to buy a ticket to cross the Atlantic to New York in the 1890s, what ship would you choose? Probably the Oceanic or Campania. Any thoughts on the Emil Fitzgerald? I think it was a tragic event, but I don't really know much about it. Is water wet? I'm pretty sure it is. Will you be doing any videos of any Great Lake passenger liners? Maybe in the future, but not anytime soon since I have many other topics I would rather talk about. How do you get so good at editing? Well, years of practice, patience, and most importantly, passion. Will you ever make a video focusing on the engineering of a ship rather than its history? I'll never make a video purely on a ship's engineering, but as my script writing skills get better, I'll slowly start to implement it into the story segments itself. Do you like World War II planes? You bet I do. I'm a big fan of them, specifically for the Americans and the Japanese. That's probably because I'm such a big fan of the Pacific War, but there's just something so iconic about them, which has led me to quite a lot of research. I still have quite a bit to go, but I know enough so far to say that I'm a big fan. Maybe in the future, I'll even make a video about them. Is the popularity of Titanic overrated? I have already made a whole video on the topic, which I can only refer you to. In short, I think she deserves her fame, but I also think other ships like Lusitania, Wilhelm Gustloff, Empress of Ireland, among others, deserve just as much and should not be overshadowed because of her sinking. For a ship novice, what are the main things to look for when examining a ship? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. If you could elaborate in the comments below, I will answer there. What is the worst overall ocean liner? Well, like I said earlier, all ocean liners before 1890. What is your opinion on cruise ships? For the most part, I don't really like their short stubby bow, and I think their superstructure and non-existent stern look weird for a ship. There are some which look pretty decent, but most are just ugly. Will you be making a video about Titanic and Majestic in the future? No, definitely not. I don't care about either of those ships, so I won't devote a month of my life to them. Now, I really want to thank you guys for 500 subscribers. When I first started, I didn't think this channel would go anywhere, but now to see it at half 1,000, it really makes me happy. And I know, 500 subs isn't a lot in the grand scheme of YouTube, but to me, it is well enough. Because of this achievement, I will be launching a brand new channel called The Ship Enthusiast Shorts, which I will link in the description. Here, I will post short and bite-sized versions of my main channel videos, which will consist of future video updates, answers to common questions, and much, much more. If you have any suggestions involving video ideas for the new channel, join my Discord, or simply post them in the comments. Thank y'all for 500 subscribers. Can't wait to see what the future holds.